much indeed. Hello, I'm Alexander Armstrong, and welcome to Pointless. This is the quiz where all the questions have been asked to 100 people before the show, and all our contestants have to do is come up with the answers those 100 people couldn't think of. Let's meet today's players. And couple number one.
Hello, Xander. My name is Laurie. This is my friend Liz, and we're from Bridgend.
Couple number two.
Hi, my name's Serge. This is my wife, Parry, and we're both from Manchester.
Couple number three.
My name's Debbie. This is my husband, Simon, and we're from Torquay in Devon.
And finally, couple number four.
Hi, I'm Matthew. This is my wee sister, Laura, and we're from Belfast.
And these are today's contestants. Thanks very much, all of you. A very warm welcome to the show. That just leaves one more person for me to introduce. The biggest cog in this colossal quizzing machine. It is my pointless friend, it's Richard.
Hiya. Hey, everybody. Good afternoon to you.
Good afternoon.
So we've got England v Wales v Northern Ireland v England again. So that is some snub to Scotland today, isn't it? Oh, if I were in Glasgow now. Oh. However, we did have a Glaswegian last time, didn't we? Phil got through to the final with Stephen, played a jackpot round on Florida, and failed to win the money. You'll be gutted to hear, everybody. Welcome back to Simon and Debbie, knocked out in round one last time, and Parry and Serge knocked out in round two as well. So no one here has yet to see the sharp end of an episode of Pointless.
No, gosh, it does get sharp, doesn't it?
Oh,
That
it really
end,
does.
that
You must actually be very careful later on.
Yes.
There'll be a health and safety officer coming round.
Thank you, Richard.
Pleasure.
So, Stephen and Phil, as you gathered, didn't win the jackpot last time, which means we add another £1,000 to that. So today's jackpot starts off at £2,000. Right, if everyone's ready, let's play Pointless. So just remember, the pair with the highest score at the end of each round gets eliminated. That's basically it. Beyond that, have fun. Best of luck to all four pairs. Our first category today is food and drink. Can you all decide in your pairs who's going to go first, who's going to go second? And whoever's going first, please step up to the podium. OK, and our food and drink question concerns things that include bread. Richard.
Yes, on each board, we're going to show you 7 descriptions of food or drink that have bread or breadcrumbs somewhere inside them, if you know what I mean.
Drink with bread.
It's possible, right? I mean, I haven't looked. There may not be any drink at all. Might all be food. But that's what I'm being told to say.
OK.
Can you find the lowest scoring of these, please? We're going to give you the initials of each of the things as well.
OK, very good.
And then we'll talk about drinks with bread, either during or after, depending on if something comes up.
We do.
Because there might be a business opportunity for us there.
Could be. Could be.
Lovely bready drink. Lovely fizzy bread. Anyway, listen, let's talk about it afterwards.
Thank you very much indeed. Let's reveal our first board of clues of things that include bread. Here they are. We've got thin patty of minced meat served in a bread roll. B, Middle Eastern salad of toasted pitta, mint, lettuce and cucumber. F, typically used to fill poultry made from herbs and breadcrumbs. S, Tuscan bean soup reboiled each day and thickened with bread. R, dish of lettuce, croutons, parmesan and often anchovies served with raw egg dressing. CS, Japanese dish of chicken breast in panko breadcrumbs served in a spicy sauce. CKC, and uncooked English dessert consisting of stewed soft fruits and white bread. SP. I'm going to read those again. Thin patty of minced meat served in a bread roll. Middle Eastern salad of toasted pitta, mint, lettuce and cucumber, typically used to fill poultry made from herbs and breadcrumbs. Tuscan bean soup reboiled each day and thickened with bread. A dish of lettuce, croutons, parmesan and often anchovies served with a raw egg dressing. Japanese dish of chicken breast in panko breadcrumbs served in spicy sauce. And uncooked English dessert consisting of stewed soft fruits and white bread. There we are. Laurie, welcome to Pointless. Lovely to have you here. What do you do, Laurie?
I'm a retired civil servant.
What do you like to do now? What thrills you?
I love to sing.
Do you? In what context do you sing?
I sing with the local musical theatre society, and we do everything from pantomimes to light opera.
OK, do you perform them, or is it just... I mean, obviously you perform them,
yes.
but do you stage them, or are these concert performances?
We do both, but my last starring role, if such could be considered, was as Granny in The Snow Queen. So I enjoyed that very much.
Consider such things considered,
yes.
Laurie. Now, here's this lovely fresh board, untouched. What are you going to go for? All these things contain bread.
Oh, they do. Oh, such choice. I think I'll go for the bottom one, the English dessert, summer pudding.
Summer pudding. Summer pudding, says Laurie. Let's see how many of our 100 people went for summer pudding. Summer pudding is right. Down it goes to 40. Not bad. Gets us off to a good start.
Well played. Nice start there on podium 1. Not sure about a summer pudding, really.
Really?
Yeah.
Is it because it's a bit sour, maybe?
No, I think it's because it's a bit cold.
Cold,
I sort of
that's
feel
true.
like it's kind of like cold bread.
Yeah. I'm not spotting any bread and drink there so far.
Not yet.
Not yet. Okay.
If we get onto the next board and there's still no drink, we can have a proper chat about our new business venture. Yeah. Bread drinks.
Bread drinks. Thank you very much indeed. Serge, welcome back. Remind us all about yourself, Serge.
I'm an optometrist. I work in the northwest of England, and I'm a season ticket holder at United.
OK, very good. What are you going to go for on our board here?
I think I'll go for the Middle Eastern salad. And I think that's the fattoush salad.
A fattoush. OK, let's see if that's right. Let's see how many of our 100 people said fattoush. It is fattoush. 40 is the only score we have, and you pass that. And down it goes to 1. Very well done indeed, Serge. 1 for the fattoush salad.
It's a terrific answer, isn't it? Very well played, Serge. Fattoush.
Thank you very much. Now then, Simon, welcome back.
Thank you.
Simon Christmas.
Indeed.
Simon and Debbie's surname is Christmas, we discovered last time. There are moments like this when I wish the name badges were a little bit bigger. That's all. Remind us all about yourself, though, Simon.
I'm a design manager for a well-known house builder.
What is the difference between a design manager and an architect?
Basically, the design manager designs the entire housing estate, decides what house goes where. So
Right.
you're not just designing a house, you are putting anything from 100 to 1,000 houses on a site.
I see.
That's quite a cool job. And do you have scale models with tiny people, or is it all on a computer?
It's all on computer these days.
Do you have tiny people on the computer programme?
Yes, we do, yeah. I have actually put myself in a picture as well before.
No way.
What, Simon, would you like to go for?
I think I'll have the 5th one down. Is that Caesar salad?
Caesar salad, says Simon. Let's see if that's right. Let's see how many of our 100 people said it. It is Caesar salad. 40 is our high score. 41 is where you end up.
Well played, yeah. Not named after Julius Caesar, named after Caesar Cardini, who was a chef in Tijuana in Mexico. He created it, but you didn't know that.
I didn't know that. I thought it was, I somehow thought it came from Caesar's Palace or somewhere like that in Vegas.
That's named after Julius Caesar.
Yeah, that is.
Yeah, and Crystal Palace.
Thank you very much, Richard. Now, Laura, welcome to Pointless. Good to have you here from Belfast.
Thank you, good to be here.
What do you do, Laura?
I work for a mental health charity as a project worker. So I sort of support people with their daily living skills, and we make up support plans to help them to reach their goals.
Very good. How long have you done it for?
About 4.5 years.
That must be that's quite a full-time involvement, isn't it?
It's actually really enjoyable. It's
Yeah.
the best job I've ever had.
Good, good. And what are your interests, Laura?
Well, outside of work, I have a 1-year-old baby.
Lovely.
So she keeps me quite busy. We watch a lot of Sea Babies together.
Excellent.
Read a lot of kids' books, play.
Very good.
And then...
Can I just ask, what's your favourite programme on CBeebies?
Oh, that's a trick question. Actually, my favourite kids' TV show is Ben and Holly.
That's good. That's
Yeah.
good. That's cute. Yeah. OK, very good. Good answer. Good answer. Laura, you're the last person to have this board. Do you want to talk us through those unanswered ones?
Oh, it's actually quite difficult, this one. So the first one's burger. The third one's stuffing. I would guess that the next one is maybe ratatouille, but I'm not sure. And then I don't know the Japanese one. So I'm going to probably just have to go for stuffing, because I know it's right.
OK, Laura's going to go for stuffing. Let's see how many of our 100 people said that. That goes down to 70. 70 for stuffing.
Scores more than burger, funnily enough. Burger up the top there would only have scored you 60.
Oh.
We'll take the Japanese dish first. There's a chain of restaurants you get this from. Do you know this one?
It's a katsu curry.
Chicken katsu curry, yeah, it's right. 7 points. The place where you get that is a restaurant. That's the place you go. They say, you do know that all the dishes come out just when they're ready, don't you? That's the traditional Japanese way. And of course, that isn't the traditional Japanese way at all. It's just the easiest way to run a restaurant. It's very clever, but when you're eating there, you think, oh, it's lovely. Oh, I just got my pudding before I started. This really is very authentic. And it's very clear. You have to hand it to that restaurant chain. And do you know this last one, the Tuscan bean soup?
I don't think I do.
I hadn't heard of this. Very well done at home. You said a ribollita. Ribollita scores 3 points. Best answer up there.
Thank you very much indeed, Richard. Well, we are halfway through our first round. Let's have a look at those scores. Well done, Surgeon Parry. 1 there. Oh, Fatouche. Fantastic answer. And rightly putting you at the top of the scoreboard. Then we travel quite a ways up to Laurie and Liz at 40, then 41, Simon and Debbie. 70 is where we find Laura and Matthew. So, Matthew, a lovely low score from you will help. Good luck with that. We're going to come back down the line now. Will the second players please step up to the podium? OK, we're going to put 7 more clues to dishes that contain bread up on the board, and here they come. We have got Russian brewed drink made from rye bread. There it is. Fatouche.
Fatouche.
Breakfast dish of sliced bread dipped in an egg and milk mixture, then fried, FT. Italian salad made with bread, tomatoes, onions, basil and olive oil, P. Legumes such as haricots served in a tomato sauce on grilled bread, BOT. Baked dessert of butter-soaked bread filled with cooked apples, C. Brown soup flavoured with a bulbous vegetable and topped with crusty bread slices and cheese, FOS. Baked vegetarian dish typically made from breadcrumbs, mushrooms, hazelnuts and walnuts, NR. Let me read those one last time. Russian brewed drink made from rye bread. Breakfast dish of sliced bread dipped in an egg and milk mixture, then fried. Italian salad made with bread, tomatoes, onions, basil and olive oil. Legumes such as haricots served in a tomato sauce on grilled bread. Baked dessert of butter-soaked bread filled with cooked apples. Brown soup flavoured with a bulbous vegetable and topped with crusty bread slices and cheese. And baked vegetarian dish typically made from breadcrumbs, mushrooms, hazelnuts and walnuts. There we are. Matthew, welcome to Pointless. Lovely to have you here all the way from Belfast. What do you do, Matthew?
6 months ago, I left my last position in customer service. So ever since I've been childminding with my mum and dad, I've been babysitting for 3 nieces and nephew.
Is there a job on the horizon?
Well, that's keeping me busy at the moment. Stay-at-home uncle, that's my nicer way of saying in between jobs.
Stay-at-home uncle. Now, between you and Laura, who do you think is the more competitive?
We'll see. We'll soon see.
We'll soon see. Whose idea was it to come on the show?
Laura's.
Laura, honestly, was Matthew your first choice?
It was actually my dad, because he used to be a quiz master.
So he's shouting at the screen right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mind you, quiz masters, I can tell you now, know nothing. Nothing at all.
I can confirm that.
Matthew, what do you want to go for?
Breakfast dish of sliced bread dipped in an egg, French toast.
French toast, says Matthew. No red line for you as you're the high scorers. Let's see how many of our 100 people said French toast. 64, taking your total up to 134.
It's also been previously known as Spanish toast and German toast and nun's toast. But it was...
I'm glad it's French toast.
They called it le pain perdu, lost bread, they called
That'd
it.
be annoying.
It's nice,
Actually, if
isn't
you've
it?
made the sauce, then turn to the bread and it's just gone.
Bread's gone.
Thanks very much indeed. Now, Debbie, welcome back. Remind us what you do, Debbie.
I work in hospitality just a couple of days a week in Torquay.
Very nice. So being down in Torquay, how early in the year do you have people eating outside?
Dependent on the weather, really.
I suppose
we had a beautiful Easter. You
ever had Christmas lunch outside?
No. Can't say that we've done a Christmas lunch outside.
Well, there we are. There's a challenge. There's a challenge.
We've had a Christmas lunch outside, clearly.
But we are the Christmases, so we would.
Yeah,
We have
Christmas.
lunch
It's
outside.
Christmas. Yeah.
Often.
Yeah, they're the Christmases. Remember that. Debbie, you're on 41. You have to score 92 or less to get through to the next round.
Okay.
What would you like to go for?
The legumes such as haricots served in a tomato sauce on grilled bread, beans on toast.
Beans on toast.
Beans on toast.
Beans on toast. OK. There's your red line. Debbie, if you can get below that line, you're through to round 2 with beans on toast. It's right. Down it goes 45. Not bad at all. Takes your total up to 86.
It's interesting, that, isn't it? It's a low score for a very popular dish, but because the clue sounds sort of complicated. Fortnum and Mason's in London was the first place to sell tinned beans in the UK.
Good for them. Thank you, Richard. Now then, Parry. Oh, look at that. You're on 1. It doesn't even matter what you score. You're through. Remind us what you get up to in your lovely life.
Well, I'm the mother of gorgeous girls, and I tend to just enjoy my life. We're sort of hoping to retire fairly soon, so I like going out.
That's news to Serge. That's great.
Well, I'm retiring, and I love going to theatre, and we like watching films.
Wonderful,
Yeah.
wonderful. Now, Parry, what are you going to go for? As I say, it doesn't matter what you score, but let's have a nice low score.
Nut roast for the bottom.
You're going to go for nut roast. OK, let's see how many of our 100 people said nut roast. No red line for you, obviously, because you're already through. But how many of our 100 said nut roast for that bottom one? Down it goes 38. Taking your total up to 39. Very strong indeed on that podium.
Yeah, it used to be served at John Harvey Kellogg's sanatorium. He was the guy who invented all sorts of things, including cornflakes for their health benefits. Some people say he invented peanut butter as well. Kellogg did all right for himself, didn't he?
Thank you very much, Richard. Now, Liz, welcome.
Thank you.
Liz, what do you do?
I work for Quimtaf Health Board and I'm a dementia support worker.
Very good indeed. And what are your hobbies?
Well, my main hobby that I like getting up to is caving with South Wales Caving Club.
Oh, Liz, that's just terrifying. Even
It's not at all.
thinking about it. Do you go to a little bit of moorland and there's a sort of hole somewhere and you all
Yes.
just sort of go down, disappear under a bit of
We're based
gorse?
in a quarry and there's a little entrance hole.
Yeah.
And which can open up into a massive, great big cavern with lots of pretty things in.
It is exciting, but do you ever come across sort of rock falls and think, I'm glad I wasn't underneath that, and things like that as you walk along?
That's all the risk of it, though. That's all the fun. You never quite know what you're going to do in there.
That actually does sound
never
fun
know
now,
what you're
doesn't it?
Yeah. Liz, you're on 40. You have to score 93 or less. This board is all yours. Feel free to talk us through all those.
I've got a sort of an idea for the Italian salad. I think it might be prosciutto, something like that. I can picture it and I think I've eaten it. And I've got no idea about the brown soup flavoured with the vegetables. So I think I'll just go for the straightforward one, the baked dessert made of butter soaked apples, crumble.
Crumble.
Yeah.
Crumble. Well, let's see if that is right. Let's see how many of our 100 people said crumble. There is your red line. Ooh, no, Liz, I'm afraid not crumble.
That's what
That takes your total up to 140.
Yeah, not apple crumble, I'm afraid. You won't be the only person to have said it, I suspect. Do you know that one?
No.
Apple Charlotte. Apple Charlotte. That would have scored you 12 points. Now, FOS, the brown soup.
Brown soup with...
If I tell you the S is soup.
French onion soup
There we
is
go.
what it is.
French onion
Lord,
soup.
yes.
That would have scored 35. Do you know the Italian salad?
No.
Panzanella. Panzanella would have scored you 4. And this Russian brewed drink made from rye bread.
Sounds delicious.
Doesn't it just? Kvass, 3. It literally means bread drink. Kvass.
Oh.
I mean, they don't muck about, do they? But we should. I would think a nice...
Bread-based drink. I always think the bread sauce smoothie would be nice.
That's interesting. Bread and
Bread
butter
sauce.
pudding as a smoothie would be nice.
I'd drink that.
Let's do that. Let's launch that. Because smoothies are all like for health benefits now. Let's do some fat smoothies.
Nice.
Lemon meringue pie smoothie, bread and butter pudding smoothie.
Put a sticky toffee pudding smoothie.
Oh, now you're talking.
Yum. Good. There we are. So at the end of our first round, we have to say goodbye to one of our pairs, and I'm afraid, Liz and Laurie, you are that pair. You were just cruising through. It was looking great till crumble. But then that's where it all fell apart. We will see you again next time, and we'll look forward to that very much. Meantime, thanks very much for playing, Liz and Laurie. But for the remaining 3 pairs, it is now time for round 2. And there we are, down to 3 pairs for our second round. Oh, Matthew and Laura, just in. Whoa! Very well done. You played a blinder there. Simon and Debbie, lovely to have the Christmases with us for round 2. That's good. And Serge and Parry, lovely low scoring from you. Really very impressive indeed. Anyway, best of luck to all 3 pairs. Our category for round 2 today is US presidents. Can you all decide in your pairs who's going to go first and who's going to go second? And whoever's going first, please step up to the podium. OK, let's find out what the question is. Here it comes. We gave 100 people 100 seconds to name as many US presidents whose surnames contain 3 or more vowels as they could. Richard?
Yep, simply looking for the full name of any US president whose surname contains 3 or more vowels. That could be, they don't have to be different vowels. It could be 2 E's and an A, whatever you like. But any US president whose surname contains 3 or more vowels.
So, Serge.
OK. Herbert Hoover?
Herbert Hoover, says Serge. Let's see if that's right. Let's see how many of our 100 people said Herbert Hoover. Herbert Hoover is right. And down it goes to 4. Very well done indeed, Serge. 4 for Herbert Hoover.
Well played, Serge. He's having a good show, Serge, isn't he? Nicely done. Well played, yeah, Herbert Hoover. And well done for not saying Henry Hoover as well, which we have had as an answer on this show before. And indeed, one of our 100 people said as well. So,
thanks, Rich. Simon, what would you like to go for?
Eisenhower. Oh, sorry, Dwight.
Oh, good. There we go.
D. Eisenhower.
Dwight Eisenhower, says Simon. Let's find out how many of our 100 people said Dwight Eisenhower. 26. 26 for Eisenhower.
well played. He's got 5 vowels in his surname. He is not mucking about, is he, Eisenhower? 3 E's and I don't know.
3, you're right.
Yeah.
3 E's, there's that one.
You've only got 2. You've got a long name for someone with only 2 vowels in their surname.
Yeah, all right.
Blimey. Look, consonants doing a lot of heavy lifting in your surname.
I know. Beautifully structured, though.
I've got as many vowels as you have.
True.
Same ones as well.
Just much better economy.
Shorter name.
Much
yeah.
better economy.
Anyway, listen, that's by the by.
That's by the by. Matthew.
I'm going to go for Franklin Roosevelt.
OK, Franklin Roosevelt, says Matthew. Let's see how many of our 100 people said that. 23.
Two O's, 2 E's.
That's the one. Well, thank you very much. We're halfway through the round. Let's have a quick look at those scores. Well done, 4 for Serge and Parry. Serge knocking it out the park today. 23 is where we find Matthew and Laura. And then 26 is where we find Simon and Debbie. A little bit ahead there, but Debbie, a nice low score from you will keep you in the game in the next pass. So good luck with that. We're going to come back down the line now. Will the second players please step up to the podium? Laura, we are looking for the full names of US presidents whose surnames contain 3 or more vowels.
OK, this isn't a very good round for me, unfortunately. So I'm just going to have to go with an obvious one and say George Washington.
George Washington, says Laura. OK, you're on 23. Here is your red line. If you can get below that, with George Washington, you are through to the head-to-head. Let's see how many people said George Washington. Well, not bad. 40. Takes your total up to 63.
Only president never to have lived in the White House, George Washington. I was really going through his name, making sure there were 3 vowels, and I was glad to find the O just at the end. Yeah.
Thanks very much indeed, Richard. Now, Debbie, what are you going to go for?
Oh, dear. This is a struggle for me. I'm going to have to go for Ronald Reagan.
Ronald Reagan, says Debbie. OK, your target's 36. Here's the red line that represents that. Get below that with Ronald Reagan, and you're through to the head-to-head. Let's see how many of our 100 people said it. You've done it. Well done. Well done. 26, exactly the same score as Simon. There will be Christmases in our third round. That's what we all wanted to hear. Very well done indeed. Richard.
Nicely played. Yeah, his surname is 50% vowels. 3 out of 6. Same as Hoover.
Thank you, Richard. Now then, Parry. There you are. You're on 4. A score of 58 or less from you keeps you in the game.
I can only think of one at the moment. Martin Van Buren.
Martin Van Buren, says Parry. Not a bad one to think of.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, here's your red line. Get below that with Martin Van Buren, and you are into the head-to-head. It's right. And it's through. And it's pointless. That's a pointless answer. It adds £250 to today's jackpot, takes total up to 2,250, and it scores you nothing, and it leaves your total at 4. That's hilarious. I can only think of one. It's the pointless answer.
I was genuinely worried there, because presidents are not everyone, so you're going, oh, I've only got one, you're thinking this could be anything. Yeah, just knock off the best answer you could possibly go for, Martin Van Buren. Well done. He's the first name that springs to a lot of people's minds when we say American president, isn't he? I mean, not Obama, who would have scored you 56 points, but Martin Van Buren. There's actually only 4 pointless answers in all. I'll give you some of the lower scorers. Jefferson would have scored you 8, Coolidge 2, Madison 2, and Harrison would have scored you 2. That would be William Henry Harrison. Benjamin Harrison would have scored you 1. Franklin Pierce 1, 1 for Grover Cleveland and Millard Fillmore. And here are the 4 pointless answers. One of them is Martin Van Buren, Harry's favourite. James Garfield, James Buchanan, and James Monroe. Very well done if you got any of those at home.
Thank you very much, Richard. So we find ourselves at the end of the second round. We have to say goodbye to another pair. Laura and Matthew, I'm afraid you are our high scorers. It's been lovely having you with us. We will see you again next time and look forward to that. But meantime, thanks so much. Laura and Matthew. Right, for the remaining 2 pairs, it's now time for our head-to-head. Congratulations, Surgeon Parry, Simon and Debbie. You're now one step closer to the final and a chance to play for that jackpot, which currently stands at £2,250.
And it's our 2 returning pairs.
Yeah.
No, I think Simon and Debbie are looking quite confident until Martin Van Buren came out, and now I think the fear of God has gone into them.
2 returning pairs, but neither pair has been in the head-to-head before. Interesting. Anything could happen.
Let's do it, shall we?
Shall we? OK, let's play the head-to-head. Here is your first question, and it concerns Harrison Ford films. Richard.
I'll show you 5 stills now from Harrison Ford films. Can you identify the films?
Thank you very much. Here come the stills. We've got A, B, C, D, and E. There we are. 5 stills from Harrison Ford films. Surgeon Parry, you've been our low scorers throughout the show, so you get to go first.
We'll go for A, Working Girl.
Working Girl, say Surgeon Parry for A, Working Girl. Now then, Simon and Debbie, do you fancy talking us through the rest of that board?
B, possibly a bridge too far. C, is it the Mosquito Coast? I'm not 100% sure on that. And D is The Fugitive, and E is Ender's Game. So, which one do we think?
If you go for Ender's Game, if you're not sure about Mosquito Coast.
We'll have E, Ender's Game.
OK, Ender's Game, say Simon and Debbie for E. So we have Working Girl and Ender's Game. Surgeon Parry have gone for Working Girl for A. Let's see how many of our 100 people said that. It's right. Oh, that's good. Down to 8. Very well done indeed, Surgeon Parry. Simon and Debbie, meanwhile, have gone for Ender's Game for E. Let's see if that's right. Let's see how many of our 100 people said Ender's Game. It's right. It's another good answer. Oh, it's going to be close. It's going to be close. Down against 9. Very well done. Serge and Parry, though, you just win that one, which means after one question, you're up 1-0.
Good play from both teams there. Both very good answers. I haven't seen Ender's Game. You seen Ender's Game?
No.
Is it a good film?
Yeah, very good.
Not as bad as people say.
Okay, let's take a look at the rest, shall we? B is the best answer up there. It's the sequel to The Guns of Navarone. It's Force 10 from Navarone. Well done if you said that. Would have scored you 1 point. So terrific answer. C is Witness. Witness, you won't be the only person who said Mosquito Coast, I suspect. 13 for that. And I think the one that more people would have got is D. It's the highest answer there. 33 points for The Fugitive.
Thanks very much. Richard, here comes your second question. Simon and Debbie, you get to answer it first, but you have to win this one to stay in the game, so best of luck. Our second question today is all about Kilimanjaro.
You went up it.
I did. I'm now thinking I'll have to know some of the answers to this.
What if you are one of the answers? 5 clues now to facts about Kilimanjaro.
OK, thank you very much. Let's reveal our 5 clues. Here they come. Country in which it is located. This band mentioned it in the lyrics of their 1983 UK hit Africa. Bowler nicknamed King of Spain, who played in a record-breaking game of cricket on the mountain. It appears in the Circle of Life sequence in this 1994 Disney film, and the US author who wrote the 1936 short story The Snows of Kilimanjaro. I'm going to read those again. Country in which it is located. This band mentioned it in the lyrics of their 1983 UK hit Africa. Bowler nicknamed King of Spain, who played in a record-breaking game of cricket on the mountain. It appears in the Circle of Life sequence in this 1994 Disney film, and the US author who wrote the 1936 short story The Snows of Kilimanjaro. There we are. Simon and Debbie, you will go first.
No, go. Yeah.
Second one from the top, please.
Yes.
Toto.
Toto,
Yes.
say Simon and Debbie. Toto. Now then, Serge and Parry.
What is
Lion,
that?
that's Lion King.
Oh, Lion King.
Bottom one, I don't know. So I suppose we have to have a gamble on the country. It's either Tanzania, Kenya, or Rwanda.
Yeah. Oh, we're going to go for Tanzania.
Tanzania, the country it's in. So we have Toto and we have Tanzania. Simon and Debbie said Toto for Africa. Let's see how many of our 100 people said Toto. $44. And Serge and Parry have gone for Tanzania, the country in which you will find it. Let's see how many of our 100 people said Tanzania.
No, it's wrong.
It's absolutely right. It is Tanzania. And it wins you the point. Look at that, down goes to 27. Very, very strong indeed. And that means Serge and Parry, after only 2 questions, you are straight through to the final 2-0.
Very nicely done. Tanzania, of course, a very good name for a sunbed shop. What was it like going up Kilimanjaro?
Oh, it was hard, Richard.
Was it difficult?
It was actually, yeah.
Did you get, like, oxygen deprivation?
Mountain sickness.
Yeah.
Yes, a bit. I didn't get as badly as some did.
Who got it worst?
I think Dan Walker probably got it the worst.
Because he's the tallest.
He's the tallest,
So
that's
he's
why,
already
of
got
course.
altitude
Yeah,
sickness.
Exactly, there you are.
I sometimes wonder who the tallest man ever to climb Everest was, because they're the person who's been the highest above sea level of anyone ever. I don't know if there's anyone my height has ever climbed Everest.
don't
If
know,
there isn't,
I
I
don't
might
know.
climb it.
You should, I think you should.
That's a new world record.
There you are. There you are, right there.
Talking of world records,
Yes.
this bowler,
This is Ashley Giles.
Ashley Giles, is the answer, and would have scored you 4 points. Circle of Life, it was The Lion King, and it's a lower scorer, actually, than 44, would have scored you 36. And the US author?
Is Hemingway.
Hemingway would have scored you the point. 12 points for Hemingway.
You knew it.
Oh, really?
Oh,
well.
I love how gutted you look about that, Serge.
Thank you very much. So the pair leaving us at the end of the head-to-head round, and I'm afraid this is the end of the line for you. But Simon and Debbie, we say goodbye to the Christmases. It's been lovely having you on, though. Thanks so much for playing, and playing so well. Today's been a really tremendous show. Thank you very much. Simon and Debbie, everyone.
Thank you.
Time for Serge and Parry. It is now time for our Pointless Final. Congratulations, Serge and Parry. You've seen off all the competition and you have won our coveted Pointless Trophy. You now have a chance to win our Pointless Jackpot. At the end of today's show, the jackpot is standing at £2,250. Now, last time, Parry, you were responsible for... Actually, it was a very good answer, but it was just too obscure for our list. But it was scored 100 and saw you off the show. Today, responsible for our only pointless answer. So very, very well done.
Redeemed myself.
Yeah, oh, and some. Very, very well done. Performed phenomenally well across the whole show.
Thank you.
Now, as always, you have to choose your category for today's final, and you'll be given 4 choices on the board. Let's see what they are. We have European battles, Brit Award winners in the 2010s, animated films, famous English horse races.
Okay.
What do you think?
Can I go home now? We don't know European battles.
European battles will be
This
difficult.
is
I should know the British Awards, but I don't know. No,
Animated films, animated.
that's not us, is it?
No.
No.
Famous English horse races. Do you think that might
Okay,
be...
should we try it?
No, no,
So,
no.
I mean, if you want to have a go.
You sure?
Famous English horse races with great reluctance.
Famous English horse races. It is.
Very best of luck. We're looking for one of the 3 following things, please. We're looking for any horse jockey or trainer, so any horse jockey or trainer who've won one of the following races in the 21st century. Any winners of the Epsom Oaks, any winners of the Ascot Gold Cup, or any winners of the King George VI Chase. So any horse jockey or trainer to have won any of those races from 2000 to 2018, please.
Thank you very much. Now, as always, you've got up to 1 minute to come up with 3 answers, and all you need to win that jackpot is for just one of those answers to be pointless. Are you ready?
Yes, thank you.
Okay.
Yes.
OK, let's put 60 seconds up on the clock. There they are. Your time starts now.
He's, I think, Cecil Mill, not Cecil, what's his name? Henry Cecil.
Henry Cecil.
Who else is there?
Jenny Pittman.
What's no, the sangsters, they're all from the past. Jockeys, any new jockeys? He's rather quick.
In the 2000s, McCoy.
He jumps horses, doesn't he?
Okay.
I don't know the name of any horse.
Trainers, jockey, or horse, didn't he?
I don't know the name of any horses
No,
that win
Tiger
the
Road.
Oaks.
Tiger Road won
Yeah, but
something.
no, they jump over horses. Over fences, sorry.
Right.
Over horses. We are struggling on this one. Any more?
For Nathan.
Just name anybody.
Gold Cup winner. Who's the Gold Cup winner?
What's the Sheikh Maktoum? Is he
Sheikh
the owner?
Maktoum, yeah. He's the trainer.
He's not a trainer, is he? We'll have a bunch of
10 seconds left.
What's who does what? Sheikh Maktoum is the
Yeah, I
trainer.
really have no Jenny Pittman. We'll have to just go for
Okay.
Yeah, sorry. Yep, I think we're...
OK, well, that is your minute up. It sounds like you were struggling there,
Yeah,
but let's have your 3 answers.
No.
Henry Cecil anyway, because I don't know if it was before that time, because he passed away recently. Didn't he?
OK, so you're going to go for Henry Cecil.
Henry
For which
Cecil.
for which one?
The Oaks.
The Oaks. OK.
We'll go for Sheikh Maktoum. Again for the Oaks.
Yeah.
OK, Sheikh Maktoum for the Oaks.
Jenny Pittman. Go for the one, maybe the third one, the King George.
Yeah.
OK, do you want to take
Pittman
that?
for the King
Jenny
George.
Pittman for the King George VI. OK, there we are. Those are your 3 answers. Of those 3, which is your best shot, do you think, at a pointless answer?
Henry Cecil.
Henry
in the
Cecil.
Oaks.
Let's put Henry Cecil last. What's your least likely to be pointless?
Sheikh Maktoum.
Sheikh Maktoum. Let's put him first, and then Jenny Pittman goes in the middle. OK, well, let's put those answers up on the board in that order then, and here they are. We have got Sheikh Maktoum, Jenny Pittman, and Henry Cecil. Very, very best of luck. It was a tough category for you, I know. But sometimes these things can land well. You never know. If you were to win that jackpot, £2,250, what would you like to do with it?
Get a book on horse races and look it up.
That's shutting the stable door, isn't it?
I know. It is shutting the stable door.
A weekend away would be nice.
Probably a weekend away. I also like to, if we ever win, is give something to charity. I've always done that in any situation where we've had money.
Very good.
Something like that. And
Okay.
a weekend away, as those.
Lovely. Best of luck. So, in the first instance, we are looking for winners of the Epsom Oaks, and you have named Sheikh Maktoum. Let's see if that's right. This is your least confident answer, but let's see if it's right. Sheikh Maktoum.
What? No?
I saw him training that horse once.
OK, Sheikh Maktoum is an incorrect answer. Your next answer was Jenny Pittman. In this case, we were looking for winners of the King George VI chase in the 21st century. Jenny Pittman, this is your second answer for this jackpot round. £2,250 at stake here. Let's find out how many of our 100 people said Jenny Pittman, if it's right. Bad luck. I'm afraid Jenny Pittman, also an incorrect answer. Your third and final answer, the answer you thought was your best shot at a pointless answer, was Henry Cecil. In this case, we were once again looking for winners of the Epsom Oaks in the 21st century for £2,250. Let's see if that's right, and then let's see how many of our 100 people said Henry Cecil. It is right.
What?
Henry Cecil is a correct answer. There we go. Down it goes. Through the 20s and to the teens. We're in single figures. Still going down. Still going down. You have done it. Unbelievable. I mean to say, what about that? Wowie.
So much.
That's hilarious. How surprising is
I'm
that?
shocked.
Wow.
I have to put my chin up. Sorry.
Oh,
I'm totally shocked.
That is what we call on this show putting a Martin Van Buren. That's what we call that.
Well done. Nice one.
Well, congratulations, Henry Cecil was a pointless answer, which means you go home with our jackpot of £2,250. Very well done indeed.
Very well done. Listen, you don't need me to tell you this. You know full well that Henry Cecil won the Oaks twice in the 21st century, 2000, 2007, with Love Divine and Light Shift, both of which were also pointless answers as well. For anyone who knows about horse racing at all, there's loads and loads of pointless answers here. Let's take a look at some of them. We'll start with the Oaks. There's a few answers here. Aidan O'Brien, trainer. There's Henry Cecil, Johnny Murtagh. Ouija board, that's one of the horses. Everything there was a pointless answer apart from Frankie Dettori, Ryan Moore, Enable, John Gosden, Kieran Fallon and Minding. Let's take a look now at the Ascot Gold Cup. Estimate, there's John Gosden is a pointless answer on this one. Kieran Fallon, Yates as well. Everything pointless there, apart from, again, Frankie Dettori, Jamie Spencer, Michael Stout and Stradivarius. And finally, the King George VI Stakes. Best mate, a pointless answer. Henrietta Knight, Paul Nicholls, Ruby Walsh, a pointless answer. So some very big names in the pointless answers there. Everything there pointless, apart from Tony McCoy, who would have scored you 2. Kato Starr, Mike Bite and Nicky Henderson. Those scored points. Everything else is pointless. Very well done if you got one at home.
Thanks, Richard, and thanks once again to our winning players, Serge and Parry, who go away with today's jackpot of £2,250. Very well done. Join us next time when we'll be putting more obscure knowledge to the test on Pointless. Meanwhile, it's goodbye from Richard.
Goodbye.
And it's goodbye from me. Goodbye.